Hello, you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Before we start, can I just give a big shout out to Welcome Estates uh, and Spartan Demolition? All right, right. Double standards. I've been thinking about these drug situations and what people say and how we move forward with it. And this is how I look at it. It's all very well certain boxers making a stand and saying, yeah, you know, it needs sorting out, and I'd have won this fight if it weren't for that person. I bet they were cheating in that fight and blah, blah, blah. But when you break it down, really, everybody's wide open for criticism, aren't they, no matter what they say. For example, if you take Dave Allen, the white rhino, take the white rhino, right? He's fighting, Dylan White. He'd been banned for 2 years. Then fights Ortiz. He'd had drug issues. Right. He's fought Yoka. He's had drug issues. And he signed to fight Povetkin. If he would have beat David Price, he were fighting Povetkin. He already signed to say that if he beats Price, he fights Povetkin. It were for a lot of money. Now, I've seen interviews, it's a catch-22, and you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. I've seen Dave Allen give stick to drug cheats and this and that, but it's been a sparring partner for Tyson Fury, been a sparring partner for Dylan White. They've had drug issues, haven't they? He's fought Dylan White knowing he'd had a drug issue in the past. Fought Ortiz knowing he had a drug issue in the past. Fought Yoka. So, you sign for these fights, don't you? That's how I look at it. So you can't come out then and say, drug cheats and this and that and blah, 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 when you're taking sparring money and you're taking fights knowing that these have been banned in the past and had drug issues. So that's double standards to me. But I can see where it's coming from. Because sometimes you need to take a fight, don't you? If you're skitting and knowing it's a drug cheat, what do? The business, in it. So I think that a lot of fighters can't win. Say, for example, look at Tony Bellew, the disappearing man. The man who's never took a belt of a champion now. He's very vocal. Is Tony. Tony's very vocal about drug cheats, and quite rightly so. Uh, he's big Dylan White up, on he? On DAZN, and he's wanting people stoned in the street and that, and he hammered Canelo, didn't he? But now he's Team Canelo, isn't he? Because he's DAZN pundit. See where I'm coming from? He's hammered a lot of people about drugs, Tony, but if it's Conor Benn or Canelo or Billy Joe Saunders, they're innocent. You know what I mean? And he needs to look at it for what it is, and everybody's case is different. Well, what about Enzo Maccarinelli buying something like a can of Red Bull or something just in his shop? Something like JD Sports or something, whatever, just a drink, a pre-workout drink. He got a 6-month ban, Enzo. It's you have to be careful that it's a minefield, isn't it? It's a minefield out there, but I didn't see the same energy from Tony regarding Conor Benn or Billy Joe when Billy Joe got banned, and he changed his tune with Canelo, and and Dylan White. You never had a peek at him about that B sample. They'd be from Bellew. You know what I mean? Everybody can go into bat for their own, but we don't get that in football, do we? So it's a bit double standards. It's like somebody emailed me. Somebody who watched one of my videos and they've gone on about Carl Froch. Yeah, he had a win over Jermaine Taylor, but he was a spent force. And blah, he won the fight he were when he beat Hopkins. Well, he just beat Jeff Lacey, Lacey's second defeat. He was WBC #1, and 5 years later, Jermaine Taylor were an IBF world champion. So it's not like Carl Froch had him when he were shot to pieces, is it? Because he was WBC #1. He just beat Jeff Lacey, and 5 years later, he were a world champion, an IBF middleweight champion. So you know what I mean? Double standards, isn't it? When people can say, "Oh yeah, but he was spent, wasn't he? He's seen better days and all that." What? So Jermaine Taylor got 9 wins over world champions, got more than Andre Ward and Ray Leonard and Ray and Marvin Hagler. They only had 7, and Nigel Benn 7. So Taylor's Olympic bronze was superstar when he was pound for pound when he did Hopkins. But you know, it's double standards yet again, isn't it? It's like Eddie Hearn saying, "No, he should have been pulled out against Chisora and blah blah blah," but he wanted to put him in with Wilder. You know, these people make their own rules, don't they, as they go along? Disappointing, disappointing. But like I said, boxing's the sport that leaves everybody right wide open to be classed as an hypocrite, don't they? Don't they at times? Even me. So, okie dokie. Peace out.